I'm coming, guys. I forgot my test strips. All right, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another mystery unboxing, so to speak. One of my friends and subscriber, Danny Bell, sent me a bunch of fragrances. I have no idea what's in this bag. Some of them are bubble wrapped, some of them are in paper. I don't know, but we are gonna bust this open and we're gonna try every single fragrance in here, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Shout out to Danny. Danny, thank you for sending all this to me. I truly appreciate it. My guess is that Danny's just trying to sort of thin out his collection a little bit. He has sent me things in the past, some amazing fragrances, so I would expect nothing less here from him today. But let's see what is in here. And we have Iceberg Twice Nero. Don't know what this is. Kind of funky looking bottle. And this cap is very strange. Kind of looks like a stormtrooper's helmet or something, but in black. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Yep, just pops off there. All right. Let's check the atomizer. Decent atomizer. Okay. In the air, very clean smelling. Maybe some lavender. Vetiver, possibly. Has this sort of earthy feel to it, a little bit grassy. And also there's something else that stands out here as well. What is that? It smells almost like a sappy, maybe like some type of resin. Interesting scent. Iceberg Twice. I'm not thinking, it's not very cooling or anything. The name, I think, might be sort of irrelevant to the fragrance itself. A little bit sweet, kind of like a licorice type feel. Yeah, not too bad. Let me take a look at the notes. Okay, so I was pretty close here. So the top notes, mandarin orange, mint. I guess maybe some of that earthiness I was picking up from the mint. Mint notes are wood resin and cedar, which definitely getting that sappy wood resin. And the base notes are tonka and oak moss. So yeah, not a bad fragrance. Masculine, kind of really clean smelling. A little bit green. With some ambery elements to it, which I like. I like that combination of amber and green. Nice, not too bad. Let's take a look at another fragrance. Got the bubble wrap for safe transfer. Okay, Cerruti Image. This is a fragrance I've heard of. I've never smelled it, I don't think. It's been around for a long time, if I'm not mistaken. So, Cerruti Image. And again, another funky sort of atomizer bottle. Yeah, it's very strange, but all right. Kind of looks like a whistle or something from the side. So yeah, let's take a look at the atomizer. Kind of a weak atomizer. Kind of feels cheap when you're pushing down on this little flimsy piece of metal. Okay. Okay. This one, immediately in the air, I'm getting this sort of anise feel to it. Definitely has this kind of masculine barbershop Brugier style vibe to it, but something a little unique and different. Something really opening up my sinuses on this one. I could be mint, could be some type of herb. It's nice. Very aromatic, very kind of fresh in that way. Clean. I'm sure there's lavender in here. Yeah, this is just a really easygoing, clean, masculine fragrance. I can't imagine anyone not liking this one. But it does kind of have a little bit of that old school vibe. So just be aware of that. Yeah, not too bad. Let's take a look at these notes. So yeah, 1998 release. Definitely has that 90s vibe to it. But I mean, in terms of the notes, it has a million: pear, banana leaf, plum, pepper, cypress, fig leaf. I'm probably picking up that cypress. I think that's what's giving me that cooling effect note. The fig leaf, the jasmine, guaiac wood, Tahitian vetiver, musk, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, amber. Again, it's one of those fragrances that has a million notes, but they all sort of blend together nice, and it's tough to pick out individual notes. I wish I was getting more of that pear and plum. Not really getting much of a fruitiness up top, or sweetness for that matter, but yeah, overall, again, really nice 90s style fragrance, clean, masculine, barbershop 90s scent. That's how I would classify this one. Pretty good. Let's take a look at another fragrance. Okay, so our next fragrance is Dark Woods from Joseph Abboud. And Joseph Abboud is notorious for sort of having cheap fragrances that are easily available at rack stores. I don't know if I've seen Dark Woods at the rack store, but I haven't been really disappointed by Joseph Abboud fragrances. I think they're all really well done. Terrible atomizer, though. Just doesn't put out a lot of juice. So let's see what this does. I'm not really crazy about this one. It kind of has a cheap smell to it. It's a little synthetic. I don't know if there's a leather note in here that they're trying to utilize, but it kind of smells like maybe tobacco, stale tobacco. Yeah, it's not really that pleasant. Yeah, this isn't my thing. It's a little bit sweet. I just can't quite get over the syntheticness. It's, again, possibly leather. I think definitely a tobacco note, but that tobacco note is just too synthetic for me. Almost comes across medicinal. Yeah, almost like a chemical. Really quick, let's take a look at the notes. So what I could find on Dark Woods from Joseph Abboud, number one, I saw it for $70 on Joseph Abboud's website. I probably wouldn't pay that for this, especially where these pop up at TJ Maxx, Marshalls all the time. But violet leaves, pink pepper, blue iris, cardamom, and coffee. Again, I'm not really necessarily picking up any of those notes. Like I said, just smells really synthetic to me. Probably not one I would wear. So, yeah, this is a no-go for me. Joseph Abboud, Dark Woods. Black Linen, on the other hand, from Joseph Abboud. Incredible fragrance. Terre d'Hermès dupe, but it almost smells better than Terre d'Hermès, in my opinion. Amazing fragrance. Hard to find. All right, guys, we're cooking with gas now. It looks like we got 4 left. And here we have Tres Nuit Lyric Pour Homme. Now, I haven't tried this. I have tried Tres Nuit, which is a clone of Green Irish Tweed from Creed. And so I don't know if this is cloning anything. Not sure. This is an Armaf fragrance. Let's take a look at the atomizer. Atomizer doesn't want to, it's a little stuck. Okay, here we go. All right. Atomizer was stuck, didn't want to spray anything.
That's what she said.
Yeah, another one that's kind of come across really synthetic in the air, but let me give this one a minute and see what it does. Very synthetic in the air. Okay, so a little bit fruity, sweet. Obviously, the red bottle, could be red fruit, a little bit woody, kind of has this concentrated fruitiness. A little bit syrupy, maybe something like a mandarin orange, something along those lines. It's not necessarily very acidic, like a lemon or a bergamot. Could be a combination of different citrus, but that's mainly what I'm picking up in the start here. There's just something here that's almost giving me a little bit of a headache. It's hard to say, but sometimes there are certain notes or chords that kind of give me that vibe, but it's not often. This one a little bit, I think it's just kind of, number one, I think this is kind of a strong fragrance. But yeah, nothing that really stands out to me here. And it's kind of, I'm having a little bit of trouble sort of deciding what this is trying to do. It's kind of all over the place. Let's take a look at the notes really quick. Okay, so looking at the notes, watery notes, bergamot and the mandarin orange that I mentioned, I'm definitely picking up. The aquaticness here is now making sense as to why it was giving me a little bit of a headache. Rosemary, cypress, lavender, musk, patchouli, and amber. So this is essentially a clone of Acqua di Gio's Profondo, which is not my favorite fragrance from that line, for the main reason that it has this effect on me, much like Acqua Bulgari Marine and Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Oh Intense. They just have this kind of interaction with my nose that just doesn't work. Sometimes I'll pick up the rotten egg smell, especially off of skin, and I'm sure I would get some of that here. It's that mineralic, that sort of mineralic ocean aquatic, which is not my favorite. So yeah, it's making a little more sense now. And there's also something in here that Just doesn't smell as high quality as the Aqua de Jo, which makes sense, right? This is probably a much more inexpensive version of that fragrance, and it's not quite hitting the mark in terms of quality for me. So let's look at the next fragrance. Okay, so we have a couple left, and we got two more after this. So this is one that I've wanted to try for a while. This is Rochas L'Homme. And I believe this, if I'm not, it's hard to see in the lighting. This looks, yeah, this is the green bottle. So I think this is Aromatic Touch. I think this is the one that came out just a couple years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll look it up when I look at the notes, but I believe this is a flanker to the original. This is an Eau de Toilette concentration, I believe, as well. So let's take a look at the atomizer. Really nice atomizer. All right, that's a good start. Let's get a strip. Okay. Interesting scent in the air. I'm picking up almost like an incensey vibe. Not what I was expecting. It's fresh and incensey. All right, let's see what this does off a strip. I like this one. This one is interesting. It has a lot going on. It's immediately, and that's off of the strip. It has a lot of depth to it. Definitely picking up some fruit, some smoky incense, which is an interesting touch. Really like how it opens with that. I like it. I'm getting like a rindy fruit, and a little bit of earthiness, maybe some patchouli. Wow, really masculine, really put together. This smells elevated. It smells high quality. Yeah, this is a really nice scent. I like this one. There's also something maybe a little challenging about it. It's not very sweet. It's kind of a dry fragrance. So yeah, that might be a turnoff for some people where it's lacking the sweetness, and that earthiness is so prominent along with that incense. Really nice scent. Let's take a look at the notes really quickly. All right, so it is Aromatic Touch, and this is olibanum, right off the bat, picking up that incensey note. Apple and pineapple, okay. Patchouli, right there in the mid. Geranium, ambroxan, sandalwood, and cedar. So yeah, look, the notes are not, I think there's more here to this fragrance than just what I read. I like how it's changing. I like the complexity here. I like how it's just sort of blended. It just smells really good. I'd be curious about the performance of this. I'm going to wear this week. Definitely. I want to try this on skin. It's just with so many fragrances, I don't want to be spraying on skin right now, but yeah, this smells great. Very unique too. It doesn't really remind me of anything else. Yeah, this is a winner right here. So far, this and the Cerruti are probably my favorite so far. Yeah. Rochas L'Homme, Aromatic Touch. All right, so reaching into the bag, I immediately recognize this fragrance, and I actually already own this one, but it is Azzaro Pour Homme L'Eau. I don't know if you guys have tried this fragrance yet. Absolutely incredible scent. Love this one. Aromatic, lavender, tons of citrus, really beautiful masculine barbershop fougere fragrance for the summertime. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but spraying in the air, you get that fresh cut grass feel with a ton of citrus. Amazing scent. I'm actually going to do a giveaway on this. I know Danny would support that. I already own a bottle. I want to share the love. Incredible scent. This one I will be giving away. Just stick till the end of the video. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put how to enter the giveaway in the description down below. But Azzaro Pour Homme L'Eau, amazing scent. So this video is going to be longer. This is the last fragrance. And we have Sud Pacifique Eau de Lagons from Comptoir. I think I may have seen these Sud Pacific fragrances at the rack store, and I've always been curious about them. This is Eau de Lagons. So yeah, I've never smelled any of them. So let's see what this does. Decent atomizer, puts out a lot of juice. Picking up some florals in the air, kind of smells like a library a little bit. So flowers and books is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Interesting, kind of like musty books, old books. Yeah, with definitely some florals in here. It's a sweeter floral, so I like that. It makes it a little less feminine, believe it or not. And that muskiness here, that musty feeling I was trying to express of like being in an old library surrounded by old books. That's very prominent here. Is it my favorite? No, this is probably not something I would wear. I'd be curious. I think my mother would like this one quite a bit. I may let her smell this one and see what she thinks. Yeah, not too bad, but probably not one that I would wear. Let's take a look at the notes. Okay, so the top notes are cactus and lime. Mid notes are lotus, peony, and cyclamen. And the base notes are salt, driftwood, musk, and amber. So it's probably the driftwood that that's given off that sort of musty feel. As I mentioned, I'm definitely getting I'm not specifically getting these florals, but peony is a sweeter floral, even lotus. And yeah, that's definitely probably what I'm picking up there. It's an interesting fragrance. I wish I was getting a little bit more of the citrus, but it's that cactus note. I mean, I've never smelled a cactus, so I can't really say that it's authentic, but I can see it being, having a green vibe to it, a little bit earthy, almost rooty. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's getting a little better. It's one that for me might even lean, well, it's probably more unisex than anything. Yeah, it's an interesting scent, very soft, doesn't smell like it's going to be a big projector, particularly long lasting. So yeah, not too bad, not the best one, not the worst one. Sud Pacifique Eau de Lagons. That's it, guys. First impressions on essentially 6 fragrances. One I had already smelled before. My favorite is definitely the Rochas L'Homme Aromatic Touch. Really great scent. I'm excited to dig into that one a little more and wear it a little more. And like I always do, even the ones that I didn't particularly like, I like to revisit maybe a week or two later and just kind of see how it's changed. Smelling 6 or 7 fragrances at once probably isn't the best approach when trying to examine and explore different fragrances. You get nose blind, they start to sort of run together. So yeah, but would love to know you guys' opinion on these 7 fragrances. If you tried any of them, are any of them your favorites? Did I offend you by not liking them all? Drop it in the comment section down below. I will be doing a giveaway on the Azzaro Pour Homme L'Eau. Again, amazing fragrance. But if you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.